just want more and more freedom and love. What he's looking for, freed from desire. Mind and senses purified, freed from desire. Mind and senses purified, freed from desire. Mind and senses purified, freed from desire. Na 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 na.
All right, welcome to the No Spectators podcast. We're glad to be back. After a long hiatus, we had a lot of time to perfect the show and just give the people the best show possible. Thank you to our sponsor today, the Game of Thrones book series. Without them, my phone would be half a foot lower. So with them, we get the precise ability to position our phone right where we want it. So thank you, George R.R. Martin, for that. But starting today's show, let's get into some NFL action. On Thursday night, Atlanta topped Tampa Bay 29-28. It was a great game. The fourth quarter was great. Tampa Bay got out to a big lead over Atlanta. You thought the game was over if you were watching it. But then when the fourth quarter started, Tampa Bay, as funny as it is, to Atlanta, blew a 28-3 lead. If you're a Patriots fan, that score brings very much joy to us. But Atlanta made the comeback. Maybe, just maybe, made that score a little less haunting to them. But it was a crazy comeback from them. I'm surprised Tampa Bay choked that game away, especially with Bucky Irving, Mike Evans, Baker Mayfield as your quarterback. I mean, they have all the offensive talent, and it's not like their defense is bad. So it's just a little surprising that they're 7-7 right now. I predicted them to do good this year. It's a little surprising they're 500, especially in that easy as a division. And I mean, it's not like, the Falcons are a good team, but it's not like they're anything special. I mean, they're 5-9. They're on their backup quarterback, even if it is Kirk Cousins, the GOAT. I mean, he's better than Michael Penix, in my opinion. They'd be doing better this season without him, or with Kirk Cousins starting, but it was a really exciting game, one of the rare good Thursday night football games, so it was really interesting. It'll be interesting to see how the last three games go for Tampa Bay, especially their division is kind of tight right now. It's pretty good. I mean, they're fighting with them, Carolina. It's a good division right now. It'll be a good fight to the end. But moving on to this Sunday's games, it was an interesting slate. Many heartbreaks, a lot of good games, honestly, in my opinion. Some were blowouts, but let's get right into it. Starting off this week's slate with Baltimore versus Cincinnati, it was an unexpected blowout. I thought Cincinnati would do a lot better than they did, but they got shut out 24-0 by the Ravens, who honestly have been struggling a little. They moved to 7-7, right, creeping up on the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Bengals moved to 4-10. It's time to give up on the season. Joe Burrow, he's your franchise quarterback. He's a legendary quarterback in the making, but the Bengals they screw him every single year, in and out. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, you have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, but you have no defense. You have no offensive line to protect him. He's not going to be able to do anything if you can't protect him. I mean, look, he's been hurt all year, all this year, most of last year. Other than his Super Bowl year, I think he's been hurt every single year. You got to protect the guy. He's your franchise quarterback. He's a top 5 quarterback in the NFL if he's healthy. So it's just kind of sad that the Bengals are wasting one of the best quarterbacks ever prime. I mean, I said it. Joe Burrow could be one of the best quarterbacks of all time. I mean, he has the talent. He's shown it. He has the receivers. He has a decent running back. They just don't have a defense at all. Their head coach sucks. Their ownership sucks. You gotta fix it, or Joe Burrow, he's gonna leave. I mean, the Rams are looking really, really good for him. Moving on to the next game, the Eagles finally bounced back. Now, don't get me wrong, Jalen Hurts, he looked good during this game for once, made some good passes. They won 31-0 against the Raiders. The Eagles moved to an impressive 9-5. The Raiders moved to, who knows? I'm pretty sure they have the first pick in the draft now, 2-10 maybe. But I mean, it's a good, easy win. The Eagles didn't get caught by the distraction of playing a bad team. They finally won a game. Jalen Hurts finally didn't turn over the ball 5 times in a game. But enough hate for my Eagles fans. They looked good for once. So we'll just have to see how they finish up the year in these last 3 weeks, see if they could build back momentum, see how their season ends. Because, I mean, they obviously have the team to make a Super Bowl. They were just in it last year. They have Jalen Hurts, an above-average quarterback. A.J. Brown, great wide receiver. Devontae Smith, great wide receiver. Saquon Barkley, great running back. Amazing offensive line. They have depth on defense, an alright defense, we'll say. But they just haven't produced this year. Maybe they're on a little Super Bowl hangover. It'll be interesting to see how they bounce back in the playoffs because, I mean, we all know some of these regular season teams, they'll just coast through the year, just preparing for the playoffs. I mean, it's just how these teams go sometimes. It's stupid. I mean, every regular season game matters, but some teams just don't care. I think that's how the Eagles are doing it. They're just waiting to make the playoffs, see who they face, restart, and they just gotta win 3 games, 4 games. So it'll be interesting to see how the Eagles finish the year and go into the playoffs. The Raiders, it's just time to tank. Try and get Fernando Mendoza. He'd be a great quarterback for you. I mean, you have Ashton Genty. You have Brock Bowers as a tight end. Just improve the defense. Get some wide receivers, actually. And, I mean, they'll be at least decent. Maybe a mid-500 team. Maybe get a wild card. But I think they'd be at least decent again. Moving on to the next game, the Texans beat the Cardinals 40-20. I mean, what do you expect from the Cardinals? They're in a dead rebuild. They're not fully rebuilding, but they just aren't anything special. I mean, for the past however many years, they've had a decent quarterback in Kyler Murray. They've been decent before. They've made the playoffs. They just can't get to that extra step. It's really interesting to see what they'll do in the future if they give up, go to a full rebuild. I mean, the Cardinals are just an interesting team. They're not that. They have talent. They have James Conner at running back. Yeah, he's injury prone, hurt right now, so he can't do much. They have a young and rising star in Marvin Harrison. Maybe he's not the star everyone thought, but he still has time to prove it. I mean, who's his quarterback's been? A hurt Kyler Murray, some backup, and then Jacoby Brissett, who's all right. Don't get me wrong, but he's nothing special. Um, it'll just be interesting to see how they possibly rebuild if they do. Um, I feel they're just stuck in a mid section in their existence. I mean, they're not good, but they're not bad. It'll just they gotta fully rebuild and just commit to it. But moving on, one of the more interesting battles in the week, the Chargers beat the Chiefs 16-13. The Chargers moved to 10-4, and the Chiefs sadly moved to 6-8. As a Patriots fan, I'm excited about it. As a football fan, I'm excited about it. The Chiefs are officially eliminated from the playoffs. That is just beauty to my ears. Sadly, though, Patrick Mahomes tore his ACL. You never want to wish an injury that serious on someone. At least it's 2025. An ACL injury is not a death sentence anymore. I mean, he'll be fine by at least mid next year. And I mean, the Chiefs, they're at least decently run organization. I'm sure they'll be fine. And then say they get a fully healthy Patrick Mahomes back, they're fine. But at least this football playoffs will not have the Chiefs. Moving on, I mean, one of the more offensively exciting games, Jacksonville beat the Jets 48-20. I mean, I'm sure no one other than Jets and Jacksonville fans were watching this game, but Trevor Lawrence had 6 total touchdowns. Looks like his Clemson self, what he was hyped to be. I mean, the Jaguars are 10-4. I mean, they're gonna be in the playoffs. Maybe they could make a little noise. I mean, they've proven their offense is decent. Yeah, their defense is a little iffy. Yeah, they're on possible fraud watch, in my opinion, but they're not bad. I mean, you don't go 10-4 by mistake. I mean, yeah, you beat the Jets, but any given Sunday, the Jets, yeah, they're a disappointment. Don't have a real quarterback. I mean, they don't really have anything. Their best wide receivers are Adonai Mitchell and John Michie. Not stars, but not bad. I mean, say they get a Fernando Mendoza or an actual quarterback at that, then maybe they'll be fine. Maybe they could finally get over the hump, but honestly, it's ownership. Their ownership sucks. Their just atmosphere sucks. You can't win in the Jets organization. I mean, they had Aaron Rodgers, who was at least decent, but they sucked last year. They sucked the year before that without him. They sucked the last 10 years. The last time they were at least good was with Mark Sanchez. And I mean, Mark Sanchez is, I mean, he's nothing special, but at least those 2 years, he was good. What happened from that? I mean, at this point, they just got to hire Rex Ryan back. Moving on to the next game, a good divisional matchup, kind of under the radar because both the teams kind of sucked this year. Washington beat the Giants 29-21. I mean, Washington moves to 4-10. The Giants move to 2-12. Not an interesting game. Both teams suck. I mean, Washington was riddled by injuries all year. They had an impressive NFC Championship appearance last year. They just got bit by the injury bug this year. And I mean, the Giants, same too. They looked interesting earlier in the year with Jackson Dart and Cam Battleboro, but he got hurt, and then Dart got multiple concussions. So what could you really do? And then, I mean, the Giants really don't have talent other than them. I mean, Malik Neighbors, he got hurt early in the year. He's a star in the making, but you gotta stay healthy. But it wasn't really anything crazy. I didn't watch it. I mean, I care less about the Commanders or Giants, so let's move on. um, the Bears are a very surprising team in the NFC. I mean, I thought they would do decent with the Ben Johnson hire. He's a great offensive mind, but I didn't think they'd be this ahead. They moved to 10-4. Around the top of the NFC, they played the Browns. Yes, it's an easy game, but any given Sunday. They won 31-3 in dominant fashion. The Browns last week, they had an explosive game. Yeah, they were playing Tennessee, but still. They shut down everybody. Quinshon Judkins sucked. Shedeur Sanders sucked. Caleb Williams went off. They had a really good game. DeAndre Swift had a rushing touchdown. Yeah, Rome Odunze got hurt, but they still have DJ Moore and a couple other people. They have Luther Burden. He could finally step up, explode into the scene. So we'll just have to see what happens there. Very interesting team to watch. They could maybe have a sneak run in the playoffs. One of the more surprising games of the week. The Saints beat the Panthers 20-17 on a last-second field goal. I was watching the end of that game, and it was disappointing. Bryce Young, I mean, he looked alright, but, I mean, you gotta beat the Saints. You're trying to make the playoffs. You gotta beat the Saints. They're tanking. They're trying to tank at least. I mean, who is even on the Saints? Alvin Kamara isn't playing. They traded Rashid Shaheed mid-season. You have Chris Olave, but, I mean, the Bengals have Jamar Chase. Like, come on now. I don't know how they lost that game. Sad. Maybe they just let the division slide away. So we'll just have to see what happens in the future with them. I'm still a believer in Bryce Young. I think he's in the Kirk Cousins rating as a quarterback, or at least he could be. I don't think he's there yet, but we'll just have to see how they finish the season. It'll be a tight race with them in Tampa Bay in the NFC South, so we'll just have to see what happens there. Moving on, the Rams had an impressive win over the Lions. I'm kind of surprised how the Rams are doing. I mean, you have Matt Stafford, old quarterback, and he's still doing fine. Even throughout the whole offseason, he had back problems. You thought he was done. You thought his career was over. It was going to be a Rams rebuild, and then they just come out and dominate. It is really interesting to see. I mean, I'm excited to see how they do in the playoffs. I think they're the top team in the NFC at this point. I mean, who's going to beat them? I mean, maybe the Eagles, but who else? Like, there's really no competition for them. The Lions are having a somewhat surprising season. I mean, they've had a tough schedule, don't get me wrong, but they fell to 8-6. Jared Goff, I mean, their offense looks great. They've just been getting battered by injuries on defense. Don't get me wrong, no excuses, but I mean, they're still 8-6. They'll most likely make the playoffs. Next week is a big game against Green Bay for them, so we'll have to see after that. But I think they'll make the playoffs. I think if they at least get semi-healthy, they'll be fine. They'll be a contender, and we'll just have to see how they do. Moving on, Seattle beat Indianapolis. What a game that was. Phillip Rivers came out of retirement at the ripe age of 60, and I mean, he looked alright for 60. I mean, it was somewhat of a boring game. I slightly thought Seattle was going to dominate just because the circumstances Indianapolis is dealing with, but it was a close game. The ending was really good. Indianapolis kicked a field goal to go ahead. You thought it was over. Seattle just came right back and won the game. I mean, the Colts moved to 8-6. They're in an alright division. I mean, the Texans are 9-5. So they're a game and a half back. Anything could happen. But the Seattle Seahawks moved to 11-3. They're kind of a surprising team. I mean, yeah, they have Sam Darnold. He looked amazing last year, other than the playoffs, and he's looked the same this year. So we'll just have to see how they exactly do in the playoffs. Their defense is driving their team once again. I mean, it's not the Legion of Boom, but it is right up there with them. I mean, they're carrying the Seahawks right now. They're doing a really good job. I mean, like I said, there's honestly no favorite in the NFL this year, so I could easily see, the Rams, the Eagles, Seahawks, any of those three at least making it out of the NFC. We'll just have to see. Moving on to the next game, the Denver Broncos beat the Green Bay Packers 34-26. Denver, honestly, is the most surprising team of this year. They're 12-2 right now. They're honestly one of the biggest fraud teams in my opinion. I don't believe in them at all. I think if they faced a real team like the Patriots, maybe, I mean, it's honestly any given game. I think the Patriots would soundly beat them if they played, to the fullest potential they could. But I just don't believe in the Broncos right now. I need to at least see a game that they just fully impress me. I mean, every game they play is close. One of these times, you're not going to win that close game. I mean, we've seen it we've seen it so many times. A team will win all these close games in the regular season, but they just choke in the playoffs, and I think that's what's going to happen to the Broncos. Green Bay, they moved to 9-4-1. Like I said when I was talking about the Bears, they have a really important game next week. It might decide the division. But, I mean, they'll still make the playoffs. They're a decent team. They have the potential to be good, but they're just one of the many teams that don't have that star wide receiver that they actually, need. Yeah, you have Jordan Love, a above average quarterback. He's in the Jalen Hurts conversation. Josh Jacobs, great running back. But then they're like the Patriots a couple of years ago. They just have a bunch of backup wide receivers. I mean, I'm not saying they're trash, but they're not number one wide receivers. Jaden Reed, what's his name? Wicks, the other guy. I mean, they're good wide receivers. They're just not your A.J. Brown, Stephon Diggs, Puka Nacua. They're just not them. Moving on to some of the last game, San Francisco beat Tennessee. Not a shocker at all. I mean, if Tennessee won that game, you'd kind of be worried for San Francisco at this point, but they pulled through. Yeah, Tennessee scored 24 points, but, I mean, who cares? They still lost. Tennessee, terrible season. Sucked. Cam Ward showed no promise at all. Your running backs sucked. Your wide receivers sucked. Your defense sucked. So I just feel for every citizen in the Tennessee area that actually likes the Titans. I mean, I can't think they're that popular there. But, I mean, what have they ever done? And then at the time of this recording, the Minnesota-Dallas game is tied 14-14. It'll honestly, I mean, both teams suck. Dallas 6-6, Minnesota 5-8. Dallas, I mean, let's be real. Even if they sneak into the playoffs, they're not doing anything. It's Dallas. Dak can't win a playoff game. Their wide receivers, I mean, don't get me wrong, are amazing, but drop passes a lot. And Minnesota, JJ McCarthy, he's just got to develop a little more. Maybe if he has a good couple games in the end of the season, they'll give him more of a leash. But, I mean, he's been kind of looking disappointing this year. But, I mean, it's tough to tell. I mean, he's been hurt a lot. He was hurt all last year. This is his first real year of playing, and he's looked alright. He's looked bad. We'll just have to see how he continues to develop if they actually give him the chance. Which, I mean, honestly, this is another discussion point. NFL teams just don't give players time to develop anymore. I mean, look at Daniel Jones. He's looked he looked amazing this year before he got hurt. Look at Sam Darnold, looked amazing this year. Give these people time to develop. I mean, these teams give them 1 year and then you're done. 2 years and you're done. Like, that's not how it works. That's not how it worked throughout history. Like, give these quarterbacks and players just time to develop, and I'm sure if they have the talent, they will produce. But teams just nowadays, I mean, just in general in life, like, people just need to be more patient. But moving on to the NBA, the Sixers played today. Sadly, they lost, but I'm excited. All right, talking about the 76ers, they lost a close game, 120 to 117. They were without Tyrese Maxey. I mean, our best player, our franchise, our star player at this point in time. But, I mean, you're not going to win a game if Paul George is your top scorer in 2025. Don't get me wrong, no disrespect, he had a good game. Played great. I mean, if he could continue at this level for the rest of the season, I'll stop disrespecting him. But, I mean, we're talking about Paul George here. Embiid had a 22-point game, back-to-back great games from him. If he could at least, I mean, I'll never disrespect Embiid. Let's be real, I will. But Embiid, he just needs to accept his role behind Maxey, and we'll be fine. I mean, Edgecombe, he had 26 points, one of the best rookies out there. I mean, honestly, one of the best rookie seasons of all time we're seeing. He's looked really good. If the Sixers could just mesh and actually play a fast-paced offense, we'll be completely fine. We'll make the playoffs, win round one against anyone, honestly, in my opinion. It's really just the Celtics I'd be worried about. I mean, once Jason Tatum gets back, they'll be a tough game. But, I mean, are you really scared of the Cavs, the Pistons? I mean, let's be real. The Pistons? Come on now. So we'll just have to watch as the NBA season goes on. I mean, we need Maxey healthy and playing to actually have a chance in any of these games, but the NBA season is long. You gotta at least wait until after All-Star break for anything really to change. I mean, the regular season in the NBA is just terrible. It is honestly so unwatchable sometimes, but I mean, it's telling. Like, the Thunder right now, they're going crazy. Honestly, arguably the best team in NBA history. I'd never admit they are, but statistically, they could be. And record-wise, of course. But I'd even throw the Warriors over them. They would Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, yeah, he's good, but he is such a foul baiter. It is insane. Like, he's ruining the game of basketball. Give it 10 years, every kid's gonna be foul baiting like him. Like, if the NBA wants to be serious, they guys gotta talk to these refs and say, stop it. Like, we'll just have to have a whole episode about the NBA because it is a discussion on how bad it is. But as I was saying, VJ Edgecombe, amazing player, amazing talent. He's having a Tyrese Maxey like rookie season, and it's only up from here. Hopefully, we'll just have to watch and see, and hope for the best. I mean, the Sixers, yes, they haven't had playoff luck in, the last 20 years they haven't made the finals, and I mean, last 40 years they haven't won a championship. So maybe finally this could at least be the team if they play their roles and mesh right and beat. Moving on to college football, playoffs start this weekend, and I am excited. We have plenty of good matchups, plenty of controversy to talk about. Let's get right into it. The big exclusions of the playoffs were Notre Dame, BYU. Notre Dame, you just gotta join a conference and maybe play actual teams other than a bunch of group of fives and USC. Maybe you'd get in and not lose to Texas A&M and Miami. But BYU, I mean, they would have been in if they won their conference championship, obviously. If they won, them and Texas Tech would have been in. It would have been at least a little better of playoffs. I mean, having two group of five teams kind of is disappointing because you don't expect them to win. I mean, you think James Madison is going to beat Oregon? No chance. You think Tulane is going to beat Ole Miss? No chance. I mean, even with them losing their coach, there's no chance they win. They have Chambliss. He's a great quarterback. Their wide receivers are great. Running backs great. Like, come on now. They're not winning it. If you threw BYU and Notre Dame in there, so much of a better playoff. So much more interesting. I mean, we're not talking about a Boise State from last year. Like, these group of five teams aren't amazing. They don't have a star player like Ashton Genty who would take over a game. But looking forward to the playoffs. It'll be, great games, don't get me wrong. You have Alabama versus Oklahoma. I think it'll be a close game, but I honestly think with the talent that Alabama has with Simpson, good quarterback, still has room to improve, but good. They have Ryan Williams, and they're just always stacked. I mean, Oklahoma, don't get me wrong, they're a good team this year with John Mater, but their defense is just lacking. Then James Madison, Oregon. I think Oregon is going to smoke them, maybe 42-10 at least. We'll just have to watch. That's one of the least interesting games. And I mean, I know the scheduling is weird with these games. I mean, you have Miami and Texas A&M early in the day, and you have Oregon and James Madison at prime time. Like, who wants to watch a blowout? Let's be real. But moving on, like I said, Miami and Texas A&M, that is one of the best first round matchups you could have. I think it will be a really close game. I think any team could win it. But I mean, Miami has a lot of talent. Texas A&M has a lot of talent. I'm going to predict Miami wins. I think Texas A&M just can't perform in the lights. I mean, don't get me wrong, Miami can't either, but they have the experience with Carson Beck, so I think he'll maybe prove himself, perform good. We'll just have to see. Moving on, Tulane versus Ole Miss. Ole Miss, with all the drama they've had losing Lane Kiffin as a coach to LSU, I think they'll still do fine. They have Chambliss, great quarterback, have that, motivation to do good, to maybe prove Lane Kiffin wrong, that he went to the wrong school. Personally, I think he should have stayed at Ole Miss, but I at least think they'll win this game. But also, I mean, let's look at who they would play if they win. Bama versus Oklahoma. Whoever wins plays Indiana, if I'm doing the seeding right. But whoever wins this game is done for. I don't think either of those teams would beat Indiana. Fernando Mendoza looked amazing. I mean, yeah, one of their better defensive players got hurt. I mean, sadly, celebrating after the game. Sad to see, but I think we'll still do fine. I think Indiana is a real threat, actually. Uh, Whoever wins when Oregon wins the game, they'll face Texas Tech. That'll be a really interesting game. Texas Tech has actually a good defense for a Big 12 team, so we'll just have to see what happens. They could have had a Heisman finalist, maybe should have with Rodriguez, but we'll just have to see what happens there. Whoever wins the Miami-Texas A&M game might be screwed. They're playing Ohio State. That'll be a tough matchup for either team. It'll take, a perfect game to beat them. I think Ohio State is the real deal. Julian Sayin is a great quarterback. I think a future NFL star. But it'll be, don't get me wrong, I think it is easily obtainable to win that game versus Ohio State, but it's very tough for either team. I mean, they're both fraudulent teams, in my opinion, so it'll just take a perfect game. It'll take, proving. And then, when Ole Miss wins against Tulane, they'll face Georgia. I think Georgia will maybe like 80% steamroll them. I don't think Ole Miss will get that far without having an actual head coach. I mean, their offensive coordinator, I believe, is their head coach. But if they had Lane Kiffin, they might win the championship. But he left them for what? LSU. I don't think he'll succeed in that, but we'll just have to see. But one of the bowl games that actually happened so far this year was the LA Bowl, and it was a disappointing game from Boise State facing Washington. They sucked, lost 38-10. It was a tough year for them. I know they were doing good, but then when their quarterback Madison got hurt, they struggled a little and just lost all steam. It's tough. Honestly, their best situation for Boise State, hope and pray that Kellen Moore gets fired, write him a blank check. That would be the best, honestly, one of the best hires ever for a college football team. Kellen Moore is insanely smart for an offensive mind. And, don't get me wrong, sometimes this year the Saints have looked decent. They have a decent offense. And college is so much easier than the NFL. Don't mind my TV in the background, but I think if Boise State hired Kellen Moore as a head coach, if the Saints fire him, they're 4-10, possibility, unlikely though, but I'd write him a blank check. Whatever he wants, whatever he needs, it is there. Just imagine Kellen Moore, NCAA legend, one of the best quarterbacks in college football history, being your head coach, being the offensive mind he is. I think they could be unstoppable. They would be, moving to the Pac-12 next year, but that would be the perfect opportunity to hire him. And, it would be the best for the program. Moving on to the World Cup, lots of unfortunate news coming out of that. It is very corrupt. Infantino sucks as the head of the World Cup. Ticket prices are expensive. Many fans, lifelong fans, are mad about that. I don't blame them. in past World Cups, it wasn't as expensive. And then, I mean, don't get me wrong, obviously, you're coming to America where everything's a business. Things are going to be more expensive. But for what? I mean, it just doesn't make sense. Give the people what they want. And I mean, you'd bring in more revenue, you'd bring in more fans, you'd grow the game in America. I mean, isn't this what that is all about? Growing soccer in America? I mean, if things go right, it could easily take over hockey. It could easily take over baseball. It could easily be the third most popular sport in the United States, but they're butching it. They're doing terrible. I mean, nobody cares. In America, at least, nobody cares about the World Cup. I mean, our team is full of pansies. This whole build up to the World Cup, it's just been, oh, American players think they're better than they actually are. I mean, before this last good win streak we've had, we sucked. We sucked. And that's just the truth. I mean, we need our players to actually care. Like, I mean, when I was a kid, we had Landon Donovan, Clint Dempsey, Michael Bradley, Josie Altidore, Tim Howard. If we had them now, we honestly might win the World Cup because they actually cared. They had that dedication. They had that American pride. We just don't have that anymore. I mean, yeah, Christian Pulisic, American player, or amazing player. Tyler Adams, Weston McKennie. But they just don't care. They don't have that oomph that you want from an American player. And I mean, don't get me wrong, if we actually sent the top athletes, top, people in America, I mean, we'd be the best. It might be a little American bias from me, but we would be the best. I mean, look at the NBA, look at football, look at hockey sometimes, look at women's soccer even. We're the best. So this upcoming World Cup will be interesting to see how the game grows. If it grows in America, see how we do. I mean, I think the better we do, obviously, the more interested people would be and the more the game would grow. But we'll just have to see. Hopefully Trump, rigs it for us. We win the World Cup and hallelujah. Things will be amazing. But we'll just have to see how things go. If ticket prices go down, if, games actually happen in the cities they're supposed to, because dangerous. But it was an interesting sports time right now. The NFL season, almost at playoffs. The NBA is about midway through-ish, kind of. I mean, usually around January, February, you at least know who's going to do good. The MLB free agency is starting. I saw the Mets one closer, Diaz, signed with the Dodgers. Sad times for MLB fans. Premier League is heating up. Sunderland just got a big win over Newcastle today. We'll have to talk a lot more about soccer, one of the bigger sports in the world. Always interesting to talk about, but Americans don't care about it. So we'll just have to see. But to wrap up today's podcast, the Patriots, they gotta finish strong. If we could beat the Ravens next week, I would be a lot more confident. The Eagles, they gotta finish strong. They were in a little, tough spot, but if they could finish the year, they'd be completely fine. I don't see why they would, struggle in the playoffs of all times. The Rams, they could be better. I mean, work on their offense a little. They're doing fine. Honestly, they're maybe the top team in the NFL at this point. It'll be interesting to see how they get through, especially with age being a factor. But football season is entering the best time. Basketball season is entering at least a ramp-up phase for the end of the season. I mean, it's going quick. I mean, we honestly have 4 months until that season ends. We have 2 months until the Super Bowl. We have 4 months until baseball season starts. We have 4 months until soccer leagues in Europe end. We are getting to the pinnacle of the sports season, and I am excited. But for the No Spectators podcast, good night and have a great night. Sleep well and see you next time.
DJ Jockey
Salad.
DJ Jockey Mix.